was my birthday recently and I got a £25 Jackson's Art gift card. So we've got a package to unbox. But this isn't just any haul. We're gonna fill this canvas with every single item in this box. There is a little bit of a theme, but I've never used these two mediums together, so I don't know how this creation's gonna go. Well, first things first, let's see what we got. That was the worst possible way I could have opened that. Oh, can you tell what it is? We've got some acrylic gouache, and let's get some swatches. I've got a sketchbook out. I've got some water. Oh, I need to get a brush. Let's see what we got. First up, we've got... This is mint green. How pretty is this shade? I actually got the bigger one. So this one is 40 mils, which might be far bigger than what I need, but I will. Oh gosh, I don't want to do too much. I just feel like it's such a unique, pretty colour. Really, it's a convenient shade, but it will make it a lot easier to just grab a colour like this and fill in a background in my sketchbook so that I don't have to like get a mixing tray out. I like that. That's really cute, isn't it? That's such a lovely shade. It might be a little bit thick still there. I've actually made a lot of art hauls now, and this is actually my third birthday haul. The entire playlist is down below. There might be others that you like. Next up, we've got this one, which is pale lavender. I think this is going to be just a lovely lavender shade, really. Again, they're all convenience colours. They're all just nice, unique shades that I could mix myself, but I don't really want to. I thought I'd treat myself. This is a birthday haul after all. I think I did far too much, to be honest. Oh, this is so pretty. This is kind of like blue leaning, I think, rather than purple. I mean, that's a really pretty, unique colour. Oh, great reveal. This is Shell Pink. I do actually have a Shell Pink. I have it in Magello Mission Gold watercolour, but I don't have it in any other medium. This is like the ultimate pastel palette, really, isn't it? Look how big the tubes are as well. Oh, this is gorgeous. I think my swatches are just getting bigger. Yeah, this is like a lovely, perfect pastel pink, really. And there should be one more. Yeah, here it is. This one's kind of similar to both of those. It's kind of in the middle. This is pale lilac. We'll see on paper. We'll see if it's that different. It looked quite different in the pictures. This was the extra one, really. Those three were the main ones that I wanted. Oh, that is unique, isn't it? Yeah, I'm kind of glad that the lavender is a bit more blue leaning because this lilac is so pink. Ah, that's really cool. I mean, they're all really pretty. This is such a pretty colour palette. And we're going to be using it. We're going to be creating something with just these. Hey! Next up, we've got these. I picked out some Neo colours, which aren't as cute and pastel-y as these ones, but they're still very unique shades. Mauve, Apricot, Sahara Yellow, and Lime Green. So they're all quite unique shades. I mean, none of these are the ones that I got in the starter set. They're all very different. And since the water's out, I think we will mix them in water too. I don't want to dunk my hand in the paint, so I'm going to try and be careful. Okay, so this one is Mauve. Oh no, there we go. Just pretend you didn't see that. I mean, it's kind of a difficult word. Oh, this is such a unique shade. I think this was my #1 choice because I don't have a single thing like this. And then we've got Sahara Yellow. This is really unique too. It's like a lovely pastel. And then this one is Lime Green, which I'm hoping is going to be like a really good lime green. It's a little bit more pastel than what I was expecting, to be honest. It's not super bright, but I think it'll look nice in the piece we're making. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit of water, which is something that I really want to do more often with these. That's pretty. And this is how all the swatches look. I think my favourites are probably the Apricot Neo colour and maybe the Pale Lavender acrylic gouache. These are all Holbein and these are Caran d'Ache. And next we're going to be painting this adorable little canvas. I don't actually own a single canvas that I've painted. I think maybe canvases scare me a little. So we're starting small and I think this little one is going to go up on the wall. But first we're going to use every single art supply and paint a cute little tiger. How stunning do all of these colours look? And I've already sketched out an idea, though the sketch on the canvas is actually a little bit different. This was my first idea. We're using every single colour separately, we're not mixing any of them. A tiger with cute little flowers and an adorable border. I think this is gonna look really cute. And I'm hoping it will work. I've never used Neo colours on top of acrylic gouache. I have for regular gouache and it hasn't gone perfectly every time, so I don't know how it's gonna go. But we're starting off with the lavender shade for the background. Obviously we don't have an orange, so this tiger is gonna end up very cute and pink. It is quite different to my usual style, and although this colour is looking super cute, it's actually still quite thin and patchy, so we're going in with a second layer on top. So far, this acrylic gouache is not blowing me away. I mean, I've never used the medium before, so I have nothing to compare it to, but it definitely feels a lot closer to acrylic than gouache, which does make a lot of sense because once this medium is down, it can't be reactivated like gouache can. Still, hopefully it will look super cute. I gessoed this canvas a couple of times and sanded in between. I don't have much experience with acrylics or canvas though. Like I said, I don't own a single canvas that I've made, so I'm hoping that that's gonna make it look good. There is one slight concern though. I'm putting Neocolor on top, the Neocolor 2 Aquarelles, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to varnish this canvas because I'm not sure if the varnish will activate the Neocolor pastels, and I don't really have it in spray form, but so far I haven't sealed it at all. I don't really know what to do. I don't know, do you think we'll be able to use varnish? Of course, the stems of the flower have to be this cute green shade. I've had my eye on this mint green for a long while now, and there's actually two forms. I think there's one that's slightly lighter than this one, so I'm hoping that I made the right choice. All the stems are filled in, and we're gonna come back to this mint green shade because first we need to fill in this tiger. The frame is gonna be on top, so the tiger is next. And this tiger is gonna be pink. The gorgeous shell pink that we opened earlier. Honestly, I think this is really gonna make it pop. And I mean, tigers are orange, so it's not really that far off. Not really? Kind of. And how perfect is this color palette altogether? I've been really leaning towards pastel shades recently. I mean, I say recently, it's been since the beginning, but I've been loving just using pastel shades for entire pieces. I know they don't have as much contrast as others, but I just feel like that's what I'm drawn to, especially these pink and blue shades. The tiger is all colored in, and I'm reaching for that pale lilac tube. This is a stunning, unique purple shade. I don't have a single one like it. Although actually it might be a little bit closer to pink. This is the colour that I'm going to be using for the flowers and the eyes of the tiger. And whilst I did open this package and do this canvas before Peachtober, I actually made a piece of art recently that is very similar to this one. I made it for Radish, for the art challenge, and it's actually a really similar style. It has these tubes and flat colors. I feel like this way of creating kind of reminds me of a coloring book, and honestly it's really fun. I'm not a huge fan of thick black lines, so I tend not to add them in my art. I like creating pieces that have a more soft, subtle look to them, which I think this tiger does end up having. But yeah, since you might have already seen Radish in the Peachtober sketchbook tour, this one did come first, but it definitely did inspire Radish. Okay, now that we've filled in every area that's touching the frame, we need to go in and make this frame. It's mint green, and it is something that I have been loving for years, really. I first started it last year. I think it was around Peachtober time, because that was my first year, and I was very much inspired by Fairy Little Peach's art, and honestly I really love it. I think it can tie a piece together, and this is absolutely one of them. The fact it has a cute little scalloped edge whilst being a canvas. I don't know, it looks adorable. It's like the piece of art is inside the canvas, if that makes any sense. But unfortunately, these rings have to come off. I don't know why, but somehow they kept kind of scratching along the canvas and leaving grey marks. But now we're going in with the Neocolor pastels. First up is this lime green shade, which unfortunately just wasn't as light as I was hoping. I'm adding it to the plants and it's really not looking any different. Going in with purple to give this tiger some eyeliner, because I guess that was my decision. I guess because I can't actually draw eyeliner on myself. Maybe I'm trying to improve through my art and failing. I don't know what it is, but you'll see it on a lot of my pieces and it never goes well. This apricot shade I thought would be perfect for the tiger, but unfortunately it doesn't really show up very much. The Neocolors were a little bit disappointing on this canvas because, I mean, they had a lot of texture. They were really fighting the canvas. So it was a little bit disappointing. Still, you can see that I'm trying to use lots of different colors and trying to make this work. And you know, I actually ended up using the paintbrush quite a lot because even though the pastels look very rough on this canvas, having the paintbrush slightly damp really allowed me to get those smooth lines, which kind of saved this piece as much as it possibly could. I think it's slightly giving lion cub though. I'm not sure if tiger really comes across, but I wanted it to look cute and soft and subtle, and I think we've achieved that. And we tried a brand new medium today. I feel like my art style changes whenever I use different mediums. Like my art style with Neocolor pastels is fun and kind of reminiscent to like a children's storybook, but then with watercolor it's loose and flowy or kind of semi-realistic. Is that something you do too? Does your art style change when you use different mediums, or is that just me? But anyway, how cute is this little canvas? I can't wait to pop it up on the wall. This has been a super fun video to make. If you've enjoyed this one, give it a like, and if you've made it this far, leave this emoji down below. Have a lovely rest of your day and I'll see you on Sunday.